Hello and welcome to my channel, The Danish Readaholic. Today I am talking about some series that I want to start in 2022. I'm already feeling really hot, so I think I'm gonna regret wearing this, but I needed to be comfy today. So here we are. I have a lot of books to talk about in this video, so I think I will just go ahead with explaining why I'm doing this. Last month I did a video about some books or some series that I wanted to finish in 2022. That led me to thinking, okay, but do I have some series that I want to start in 2022 where I don't mind not finishing them in 2022, but I just want to, get into it and see what I think. I have plenty. I could have talked about almost every series that I have here on my shelves, but I have picked 10 books to talk a little bit more about and why I want to read these specific 10 books and why they were the ones chosen and not some of the other ones. So I think without further ado, we should just get started. I'm gonna try and give a little bit of a summary, but I'm also gonna keep it very brief because we actually have 10 books to talk about. So the first book that I have to talk about is House of Dragons by Jessica Kluis. This just seems phenomenal and I don't know why I haven't picked it up sooner. In this world, the Emperor is dead, and normally the Golden Children, which are the 5 oldest kids from 5 different houses, will compete in a trial to determine which one should be the next emperor. However, this time around, it is 5 different outcasts. We have the liar, the soldier, the servant, the thief, and the murderer. And honestly, I'm excited. For some reason, I feel like we're gonna have some found family in this, but we're also gonna have a trial, which I like. And competition, I am guessing, enemies to lovers, and you know what? I am here for it. I am pretty sure that we're gonna have a multiple perspective in this, and I like that a lot. Unfortunately, I haven't yet found a book where there wasn't one of the perspectives that I liked less than the others. I guess that's just how it is. There's always one character that you will enjoy more than others, even if it isn't a multiple perspective. But I am very excited to see what this series is about and what it brings, the premise of it and the trial thing, and the fact that it isn't these golden children as everyone suspects, but it's just outcasts, random people chosen to be in this trial. I am here for it and I am excited, and hopefully I can fit it on my TBR soon, because even now just sitting talking about it makes me want to read it so much more. Next up we have A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. In this we follow Ren and Harper. And Ren is this prince who is cursed, and he basically has to find a girl to fall in love with him to break the curse. And then we have Harper, who seems to be in a completely different universe, and then something happens, I guess, that transports her to Ren's world. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and I've only heard good things about it, which is why I want to go into this series this year. I had almost picked it for one of my first lines, and I still think that the first line was really strong, so I might try and fit it on my TBR as soon as possible. I think that with this one, it is definitely the hype that is getting to me, and I just want to know what it's about. I also have a feeling that I will like it because I do like the story of Beauty and the Beast. Not my favorite one, but I do enjoy it, and I just think that this will be very exciting. I don't think I've read a Beauty and the Beast retelling before, so this will be my first one. Next up, I have Serpent and Dove by Shelby Maheren. I don't know much about this because the blurb on the back of this paperback that I have only says, bound as one to love, honor, or burn, a witch and a witch hunter thrust into holy matrimony. There was only one way such a story could end, a stake and a match. And that is enough to make me really intrigued by this one. Once again, I do think that the hype of this book is definitely getting to me because I am so intrigued to see which end of the spectrum I fall on with this one, because I feel like the people have been very either you hate it or you love it with this book. So I'm excited to see what I think. For some reason, I think I'm going to be on the love it spectrum, but there could be things in this that are not my thing at all. I guess I'll find out once I read it. This is a priority for me to read this year, but it's not the biggest priority on this list. So I think similarly with A Curse So Dark and Lonely, I'm going to try and fit it on some kind of TBR where it fits, but I'm not gonna prioritize it too heavily. But I am excited to read it, and I'm excited to start this series. Next up, we have Onyx and Ivory by Mindy Arnett. I'm gonna I have to admit, I do not know much about this. I know that we follow this girl named Trader Kate, and I think it's because of something to do with her father that she is called that. I don't remember, to be completely honest. I also know that she is born a wildling, I think, and that means that she has forbidden magic that no one knows about. Another thing about this book is that there's supposedly undead dragons, so what I would classify as maybe zombie or skeleton dragons, and I don't need to know more than that to realize that I want to read this book ASAP. Hopefully I can fit it on a TBR soon. I think this is definitely one that I prioritize higher than Serpent, a Dove, and A Curse So Dark and Lonely, but as of right now, House of Dragons is definitely on the highest priority of the books that I have mentioned so far. Onyx and Ivory is a book that I've had for so long, and I did cover by it, I'm gonna have to admit. I think I read a little bit about what the book was about when I bought it initially, so I'm actually really excited to see what I think of this. And also, as I mentioned, I've had it for so long that now is just the time to read it. Now we get into the hardbacks. You might have noticed that I've only done paperbacks so far. First up, we have Where Dreams Descend by Janila Angelis. I need to read this. Once again, I actually don't know a damn thing about what this is about because there is no blurb on this book. All I know is that the stage is set, the spectacle awaits, and that is all I need to know. I get very heavy circus vibes from this, and that is honestly all I need. I really enjoy the circus setting. I keep saying that, but I haven't really read anything with the circus setting, but I enjoy the idea of it, and it is definitely something that intrigues me. So hopefully I'm gonna like the books that I have with the circus setting, so maybe I can go find some more after that. This is the first book in a duology, and I own both books, so I could really just, put both of these on a TBR and just binge it. And I think that I might also do that eventually. I have to make it fit to my TBR game in order to put it on my TBR. But as soon as that happens, this is going straight on it. The next one on my list is a little bit of a chunker, and it might also be a bit of a strange pick since that the sequel has not come out yet, but as far as I know, it will come out soon. We have Realmbreaker by Victoria Aveyard. I am so excited. I don't really know much about what this is about, but I've only heard great things about this book, and I'm honestly so excited to see what it's about. All I get from this is actually similar to House of Dragons, where on the back I get like a list of types of characters, and I'm here for it. So in this one, we follow apparently a squire, an immortal, an assassin, an old sorceress, and a pirate's daughter. The heroes are gone, but the fight to save the world has only just begun. And honestly, that is all I need to know. I am here for it. I am really excited to start this series, and I hope I like it. I really hope I like it. The next book on my TBR is this one, and I've actually recently heard someone else pronounce this, and they called it Daughters of Enri, which sounds better. So I'm gonna say that. So this is Daughters of Enri by Rani Amayo, and honestly, I'm here for it. This has something to do with mythology in the sense of goddesses having left the world due to a war, and then the last piece of goddess left on the world is then put into these two twin girls who are then separated at birth. I am so excited to see what this is about. I know that it's very heavy on the self-discovery kind of theme, but it is also a fantasy, and there is probably a bunch of fantastical elements, especially with the goddess aspect. And I am just really excited to see where this book goes. It is a shorter one, so that always makes me happy. So I am really excited to get to this. Next up, we have The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. Why is this on my books I want or series I want to start? I really want to start this. I've just been looking at it, and then when it comes to doing my TBR, I keep forgetting it. And then when I get the chance to just sit and stare at my bookshelves, I keep looking at this again, and the fact that I really want to read it. I think that this will be something for me, and I do already have a couple predictions as to what might happen in this book, and I'm honestly just really excited to see where it goes. In this, we follow our main character Kiva, who is in this prison where she then works as kind of like a healer. One day, the rebel queen enters this prison, and all that Kiva is told from her people on the outside is just, keep her alive, we're coming. Then I know that there are some trials, and we like some trials, and I don't need to know more than that. I already have the first 2 books in the series, and I feel like I need to read them soon so I can catch up, so I'll know if I have to get the 3rd one as well. Next up, we have The Iron King by Julie Kagawa. I believe that this is like an older fantasy series. I've tried to start the first book here once and put it on my TBR multiple times, and now I just feel like it's the time. I have all 4 books in like the main series, and then I have 2 of the kind of spin-off series books. I've got them all from Fairy Loot, and I'm actually just really excited to start this series. I believe that we follow this girl in the real world who then discovers that elves and fae are real, and I don't know more than that, and I don't want to know more than that, so here we are. The final book on my list, it has to be ACOTAR. I want to know why everyone is in love with this. My best friend is currently reading the series and she likes it. I don't think it's her new favorite, but I know that she likes it. And I want to see where I fall on the spectrum once again, because there's a lot of people that really don't like it, and then there's a lot of people who love it and live for it. So I want to see what I think. But I do also know that all the books, you know, they just get chunkier after this one. So I just need to prepare myself. I think that I will really enjoy it, but then again, I don't know until I've tried it. This is the 10th and the final book on my little list, and I don't think that I have to go into a summary about what this is about, because I do feel like we already know. I think that was it for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed. I'm sorry if it was too short, too brief with the summaries, but it is just more of a series I want to start. Obviously, that was the title. I will obviously talk more about the books once I've read them, and that when I feel like I can give a better summary, because now all of it is kind of just guesswork and what I remember from reading on the back of the books. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment telling me which book series you would like to start in 2022. If you like this video, please hit the like icon, and if you want to see more of my bookish content, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Also, if you want to be notified every single time that I post, you can hit the little bell icon, and that would just mean the world to me. And until I see you next time, bye!